Good afternoon, students. In today's session, I'll be taking paper 201, and with this, I'll be starting the first topic. And the title of the topic is Role and Functions of the Head of an Institution. This corresponds to the third subunit of Unit 2 Institutional Planning. Before we move ahead into the role and functions, let us first try to see who is the head of an institution. The head of an institution occupies a unique and important position as he is the center point for maintaining instructional relationships between teacher pupils, between teachers and parents, and even teacher and teacher. The head is given the title or designation of the principal, the headmaster, or even the headmistress in case of a female head. Now, as a functionary, the head is often being watched by hundreds and thousands of eyes in order to judge him and to evaluate his functioning. And at the same time, there are some people who are eager to follow the noble examples set by the heads of institutions. Now, the head of an institution should be an individual of sound moral character, an able administrator, an efficient organizer, competent manager, and a role model for the students and society. Therefore, the head is often regarded as a visionary figure for his students and society and shows new light and vision to them. The headmaster should be firm in his dealings, determined in his conviction and decisions, and relentless in his execution. Now, we all have seen that the prestige of the school depends very much on the dutifulness of the headmaster or principal. Again, it has also often been observed that a school progresses under an able and clever headmaster. Now, if the headmaster does not have the sense of responsibility, the school cannot function effectively despite having or despite being equipped with all the resources and facilities. Let us see now some of the qualities of the headmaster or the headmistress. Over here, I have included numerous qualities, and these are in a jumbled manner. Some are from the personal qualities, some correspond to the social qualities, and even to the professional qualities. So, from this slide, we can see that the headmaster should have these following qualities with him. The head should be devoted and dedicated, should be just and fair, should be open minded, he should be objective in outlook, he should be sincere, punctual, and regular, possess problem solving ability, should be honest in his dealings, he should be devoted to social progress, interest to know about others' problems, he should be cheerful and pleasant to talk or to work with. He should be optimistic and hopeful in nature and approach. He should have an enthusiastic and inspiring bent of mind. He should be emotionally stable and should be free from anxiety, conflicts, and mental tensions. Alright, now let us consider a few quotations which explains to us the importance of the headmaster. We'll consider the first two. Now, P.C. Wren writes, what the mainspring is to a watch, the flywheel is to the machine, the headmaster is to the school. According to Humayun Kabir, without support from the headmaster, even an energetic and well-trained teacher with the best intentions cannot do much. So here from these two quotations, we come to know that the role of the headmaster or the headmaster occupies a very important position in the school or an institution. Now over here he is being compared to the mainspring of a watch. Now what happens if the mainspring of the watch is not working properly? Then the watch would not be able to tell us the correct time. So in the same way, if the headmaster does not function responsibly, then the school would not be in a better position to serve the students and the society. Then, what Humayun Kabir says is that Even the teachers, no matter how energetic, how well trained they are, but in order to execute their duties, they always require or they need the support and push from the headmaster. So, moving on now, let us look into the roles and functions of the head. Now, we all know that the head of an institution has to perform various functions. Now, these functions have been categorized conveniently into the following. The first is the academic function, the second, the co-curricular activities or program related function, third is utilization of resources, fourth is management function, fifth, supervision function, and also the sixth, plan for professional growth of teachers. So, in this session, we'll restrict the presentation only to the academic function. So, with regards to the academic function, we know that the academic aspect is the most prominent area in an institutional plan. Under this aspect, areas such as teaching and instruction, curriculum, attendance, students' performance, and even achievement are to be taken care by the head of the institution. So, how the head of an institution takes care of all these aspects, we'll see now. Now, coming to the first area, that is teaching and instruction, the headmaster or the head of the institution, while preparing the school calendar and the timetable, he or she should see that few classes are spared to be taken by him or her on certain specialized subjects. By actually teaching, the head comes to know the standard of pupils in different classes and the standard of teaching in the school. By teaching, the head comes in direct contact and gets the opportunity to understand the difficulties faced by students and teachers. The head can sometimes deliver or guide presentations or demonstrations or even instruction in the classrooms. Another thing which the headmaster can do is to conduct or to take up classroom visits. Now, classroom visits form an essential part of the functions of the headmaster. Through classroom visits, if the headmaster feels that the teacher needs correction, whether in the subject matter or in the teaching technique or methodology adopted, he can do so in a very pleasant and friendly manner by talking to the teacher personally, thereby performing the role of an excellent guide to the teachers. The headmaster, therefore, is the key person charged with responsibilities of improving instruction. Next, we have the second area, that is the recent methods of instruction. The head of the institution should be in the position to advise and update the teachers with the latest and new methods of teaching. Again, while preparing the institutional plan, the head of the school can make proposals for procurement of items needed for improving instruction in the school, like for example, installation of new marker boards, chalkboards, use of ICT, TLMs, etc. For this, he can gather information from the teachers what are the things that they require and accordingly make plans for procurement of the same. The next area corresponds to the performance and achievement of students. Now, as the head of an institution, the principal or headmaster or even the headmistress has the responsibility to improve school results in terms of improved student performance and achievement. Now, in this regard, while preparing the institutional plan, efforts and also ways and means to improve student performance should be clearly spelled out. This would include identifying ways of diagnosing students' learning problems, remedial teaching, and also other effective ways of evaluation, like, for example, the conduct of internal assessments. that the school may adopt or may be adopted by subject teachers in order to improve students' achievement and the school results at large. The next area is curriculum development and improvement. Now, as the head of the institution, one has the responsibility to also look into curriculum development and improvement. Now, to take account of the aspirations and changing needs of the society and the nation at large, the teaching learning process must be constantly adopted and improved. In this regard, the headmaster can function in the following ways. First of all, he may provide time, facilities, and permission for participation of teachers in curriculum changing work. The head may also participate in curriculum development and improvement programs organized by other agencies such as government agencies, NGOs, state boards, or any other agency. Alright, so with this slide, we come to the end of the session, and in the next session, we will take up the next functions of the head of the institution. Thank you, and please to listen to the session carefully, and if any query you can email at boundhamton@gmail.com. Thank you.